sometimes go with their comments and editorialize it, get into this editorial comments. So we are certainly heartened to see that you're getting some specialized training. Another area that we have seen give rise to a number of questions in conflicts of interest, and it is a kind of a complicated area for some, and we're always happy to provide advice. Certainly, one of the areas where golf club, for example, or the line, they're in an application where they have some peculiar interest, then the member of council who's a member of that body has to be very guidance on these issues. And we often say to council members, like, you see the red flags better than anybody else. We need to be aware of the things that may be an issue to you and then ask the questions. Again, it's we enjoy the work very much, and we really appreciated the support that we've received from your clerk and from the CAO as well. And so we're not part of your hierarchy, but we do like to work collaboratively with your senior staff, and so we really appreciate the support in arranging, for example, this evening's opportunity to be before you for a few minutes and to stay on and participate in some of the social media workshop. So we're open to questions if there are any.
Thank you, Your Worship. If I remember from the time we were at the fire hall, you guys said you worked for a number of different municipalities doing this. Would you say having no issues with us, is that the norm compared to the other municipalities? Or are we like middle of the curve, ahead of the curve, behind the curve type thing?
In terms of technical issues, is that fair?
Right, but is that the norm?
No, I would say that it's hard to say that there is a norm. It's a continuum. You certainly fall on the end of the continuum where those who need advice seem to be seeking it, and there don't seem to be other major issues popping up.
I think there are some communities where, and there are some moderate level of activity on our part. And we would be concerned if we never heard from them. That shouldn't be the case. Sometimes we hear doing an annual report or something, and someone will jokingly say, "Oh, it's a little bit." Really, there should be at least some engagement. We see ourselves, if you recall from the training, as coaches and teachers, and with respect to ethical concerns, lead you down the proper path.
Thank you. Further questions?
Do we get to ask you first?
Sure.
May or not.
Maybe have to type it in.
Just in discussions before the meeting started, we'll take this opportunity just to revisit the training a little bit. You recall that we have a broader concept of conflict of interest. It's actually the avoidance of conflict of interest. We don't want anybody to have a conflict of interest, so the purpose is to avoid the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Law 2 imposes some obligations on members of council. In your code of conduct, turned this avoidance of conflict of interest. You have got avoid the pitfalls associated with the area, as Stacy and Jeff a few minutes ago. You have the opportunity to, from time to time, if you need to file something called a transparency disclosure. What is that? And conflicts. We won't go through all of that today. Common interests, but led to a disqualifying interest, and they're participating in an application comes forward, and the developer shares a same to have the same last name, and there's start the conversation in the community about that fact so in order to create a hearing, you have the opportunity to fill out a transparency disclosure, which says there has been some discussion, we share a last name, but we are not related, I'm going to participate in the discussion on that. And when it gets a little bit more complicated, you could say, in this complicated matter, I've sought the advice of the Integrity Commissioner, and I'm going to participate because of this and that. You're being transparent, and we know how important, how sanitizing sunlight is. So you don't even need to interrupt the flow of discussion in the council chamber. The way this is designed is you can simply fill out that transparency disclosure with Stacy now on the registry. And it's a simple amendment. So that's the little refresher from the training. And if there are any questions on that, we'd be happy.
Just one quick question. With the area interest, did the rules change?
That hasn't been a change. That's always been the
Oh,
The conflict of interest was there to fill out the form. And I think the assumption was that if it was declared at one meeting, if she had to keep filling out that form and keep making that same declaration. Want to take a brief recess before going, or we can go into closed session and wait for our next presenter going.
Stacy, why are we going into in-camera for social media training?
The social media training, and the reason for that is identified on our agenda this evening, specifically personal matters about an identifiable individual. The training will include discussing potential faux pas, I might say, of other people, not people in this room, but other people that would be identifiable, but also gives an opportunity for members of council to actually ask questions and not have to worry about identifying a name. And it is, because it is a workshop, it's actually something, we're not making any decisions. It is something we're actually qualified for going into closed session.
Okay, so we'll
I was not expecting that question. I was not expecting that question.